Welcome. Alright, we're gonna do some stuff today.
Request refueling.
Alright, so we're gonna start
Request rearming.
quick.
Copy.
That's kind of loud in my ears. I'm gonna turn on my headset. There we go. All the CPU is starting. Turn on our panel lights. Oxygen's on. Let's turn our radios on. Fuel pumps on. Go ahead and turn on the anti-skid. Turn on our taxi lights. Turn on our monitors and HUD. Now that that's at 100%, we can turn that on. And we can start our engines. So starting our left engine first. We're going to turn on our countermeasures. Oh, we got to turn that off because that's not installed yet. We're going to turn down our RWR a little bit. It's a little loud. Once the engines are starting, we can turn on our SAS trim and trim for takeoff. Go ahead and close our canopy. And once that light goes out, we can start our right engine. They just got done sucking out gas, so they're going to put our boomsticks on. Going with the, starting our right engine with the Maverick AGM65 hotels. Those are the newer versions. I can force correlate them, and I think I know how to do it now. So we got to wait for that to hit 4.0, 0.8. Takes a minute. Boomsticks are getting put on.
Rearming complete.
Boomsticks are on. We can go ahead and load all. We'll see dots up here right there. Or right there. Same thing. Done. Alright, let's go to the DSMS page. Oh, what's going on? Oh. Boo. Why though? Did the server go down? I think the server went down, that's why. Hey Zach. I set up Streamlabs, so now I should get notifications when people Well, I was on the same one, the SoCal through the Inferno. I just started streaming like 5 minutes ago. Um, the server had only been up for 5 hours, and it just connection timed out. So I'm gonna wait for that server to pop up, refresh. So I don't know what happened. That was weird. Hey Ted, welcome back. Zach, welcome back. Yeah, I got it set up. I don't remember who recommended it, but I took the recommendation and got it set up. So now I should get notifications. Hey, good flying yesterday, man, or this morning rather. Yeah, Ted, you were in the Harrier, right? And oh yeah, you recommended Streamlabs. Got it. Yeah. So I got that set up. Just the basic notifications. People subscribe or follow or tip or whatever. That way they get a. Got it. Yeah. Thank you for it. I appreciate that, Ted. Thank you. So what's happening is we just started up and popped into the server. We were starting up everything, and the server, went kaput. So don't know for why. Hey Zach, you that was amazing by the way. So yesterday Zach joined me in an F-14, and I think you said it was your second day flying that beast. But he provided cap for me for a good amount of time, and then once I was Winchester started headed back, he started to head back, and he was like, "Oh, I'm running out of my URL, sorry, I'll finish the story real quick. Zach, was like, I'm running out of fuel here. I don't know if I'm going to make it. And he got really close. I think he ended up trying to ditch it in the field about 6 miles away from Sochi. Um, URL link for YouTube and Twitch. Like if I wanted to link the stream or whatever. I'm not too sure where I would get that. Oh, in chat. Okay. I don't know. Pull this up on the other screen. So I would go to what dashboard, right? And then Streamlabs. Gosh, how do I get back to Streamlabs? Extensions. My extensions. I think I was supposed to bookmark that. Oops. Alright. Let me go to Streamlabs.obs. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking at Streamlab. Yes, there was an update for SRS. So I'm looking at Streamlabs. Would it be in the alert box features? Because that's the only thing I messed with. Let's refresh this real quick to see if the servers come back up. Come on. Nope, not yet. Looking for the SoCal US. Do see a bunch of cool stuff and follower goals and sponsor banners, but I don't see anything about my like Twitch URL or anything like that. So to update the SRS, when you run, the way I did it is I started up SRS and then a little Huya thing popped up and it was like, hey, Powerwolf's Discord. I don't think I have Powerwolf's Discord. So anyways, excuse me. So I started up SRS, a little notification popped up, so there's a new version available. I clicked the button, opened up a website, and then down at the bottom of the website that it opened up, there was a zip file that I downloaded. Opened up the zip file, I downloaded the zip file, extracted it into another folder, and then clicked on the installer. And from there, it gave me a couple of options that either fresh install or update a current install, and I updated a current install, and I think I'm good to go. We'll see, because like I said, I just started streaming, and 2 minutes onto the server, it disconnected. Yeah, I don't have Powerwolf's Discord, my friend. I'm sorry. There it is. SoCal server's back up. I'm not too worried about it right now, my friend. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out here later. Just get the stream going so that way you guys can stop watching me bumble through setting up. How are the sound levels, by the way? Is the music too loud, or is my voice too loud? Is the music too quiet? That kind of stuff. How are we looking? Oh yeah, I forgot when the server restarts. The sun rises. Oh, it's so beautiful. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and turn on our, where is it? Our emergency lighting. There it is. Okay. So that way we can see our stuff. Alright, let's go to the battery. Let's go with that. Let's get our APU started. Let's get these on. Let's get some dash lights on. And some formation lights. Some more instrument lighting. A little bit of cockpit lighting too when the engines come on. Turn those on to flash. Those around. Let's get our oxygen turned on and our pitot heat. Once the CPU is up, or APU, I'm sorry, is up to 100%, we will. Awesome, Zach, thank you. 100%. Turn the APU power, and now we can start our left engine. Turn our fuel pumps on. Once the engines are started, we can also do the SAS and takeoff trim. While we're over here, we'll turn on our radios. I got to disconnect and reconnect to SRS too. Alright, sweet. 1, 2, 4 myth, mic check. Turn on our screens. Wait for that light to go out. We'll load up real quick. Air to air. Lightning pod. We'll do 365 deltas and 365 hotels. We'll go the ALQ 184 pod and GPU 12 and GPU 12. That's good enough. We'll go 80% fuel. 200 and I want Nellis.
Request refueling.
Sweets. Left engine's turned off. Let's start the right engine, or turn on rather. Let's go to anti-skid, taxi lights, and close our canopy. Alright. So, engines are spooling up. SAS, fuel pumps. Just gotta wait for the refueling to finish. They're gonna suck our gas down to 80%, and then they'll load our weapons. We can go ahead and turn off this switch. And why not that? We'll just get this a little bit. Is that too dark? The sun's coming up, so fear not. Hey, server just... Maybe, man. Maybe. Server just restarted, so everything's nice and fresh. Alright, so engine lights off, so turn the AC power generators on for both. Turn the APU generator off. Let's turn our APU off. And arm our seat. Now we just gotta wait for our CDU to finish aligning. I don't know what else we do night mode.
Rearming complete.
Rearming is complete, so we'll do load all. And let's uncage that. Once that's loaded, we'll turn on our target pod to get that aligning. We'll get our Mavericks turned on to get them aligning. Those gonna align in flight, so we're not really... there we go. SMS. And missile aligning. Let's go back to the profiles. Let's look at our GPU 12s. Let's do this real quick. CCRP. Auto lays. 15-second lays time. Save that. And go back to stats. Sweet. Let's turn this on to our CDU. Still got to wait a little bit longer for that. Let's turn our, excuse me, countermeasures stuffs on. Let's go ahead and turn, it's dark. RWR. Turn that down. Alright, maybe I do need a little bit more lighting. There we go. We are in Sochi. We are at Sochi. This is where the Through the Inferno server has most of the stuff start. Right here at Sochi, Adler. I don't know what waypoint we're going to go at. Yeah, we're going to check our intel. We're going to see air to ground easy alpha is waypoint 3. So there's waypoint 3. Waypoint 8 is air to ground easy bravo. So I think we'll go to 8 first. Waypoint 8 looks like it's not too far of a flight. It's probably one of the closer. So yeah, we'll go to waypoint 8. Let's go back into the cockpit here. Alright, that's done aligning, so we can select nav. We can uncage our EGI. Let's go behind the throttle here. Come on. And radar altimeter and that thing. Warning lights are off. Let's turn on our nose wheel steering. Nose wheel steering. Why aren't you nose wheel steering? This is weird. I don't have any input from my joystick. Oh, god damn it. I'm experiencing technical difficulties, gents. I need to restart DCS because for whatever reason my joystick HOTAS. You know, I'm gonna try this real quick. I'm gonna try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Yeah, no, that's what happens. So I have to. God damn it. That's SRS. We can restart SRS. That's fine. You go away. hold on, hold on, hold on. Hopefully I don't have to restart. Where is it? Come on. So yeah, no, DCS isn't recognizing that my my joystick and rudder pedal and stuff is plugged in. So I'm so sorry, gents. Technical difficulties. I have to restart DCS. Motherfucker. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see if this gets us back in. Alright, round 2. Do this real quick so that way we can see. Let's go to Axis commands. Let's go to Axis tune. Why are you not registering me? What the oh, hey. Yay. So, there was a plug that wasn't plugged in all the way. My bad. I'm sorry. Wasted everyone's time. Turn on our left engine, take off trim. We've got to reconnect to. There we go. Turn on our radios. Trim. Let's go to loadouts. I don't want 4 CBU 97s though. Why don't we do 2 and 2? Gives us a good variety. Go to 80% fuel again. 200 66th.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Turn that on. Do
Copy.
that. Turn you down a smidge. Oh, come on, there you are. Turn that on. Turn that on. Anti-skid. Taxi lights. Close our canopy. We hear people taking off. Let's turn on our indicator lights, right? Oh. That engine's on. Let's go to the right engine. Let's uncage our... There we go. That's what we needed. We needed to uncage our lights. And then now we can turn on the strobes. Boop. Boop. Okay, sweet. They're still sucking gas out, down to 80%. And we are good to go now as far as, like, actually having control.
Refueling complete.
So, yeah, sorry about that. Didn't have my joystick plugged in all the way. Hodor. But that's why we, you know, we do those troubleshooting steps. So they're almost done loading up. We're going to waypoint 8. We are starting right here. Doesn't look like anybody's on active. So if you're going to be flying cap, I would love to have you up near waypoint 8. You know what I'm saying? Or at least position yourself in between waypointing and wherever the enemy aircraft are, because they're going to try to beeline to me. At least that's what it feels like every time. Let's load all. Should be a pretty sunrise. Looks pretty clear out. Let's go to the DSMS page to CB12s. Waypoint 8, roger. TCRP, auto lays on, 15-second, 1.5. Lays time, save it. Let's go to the CB97, CCRP, save that. Let's turn on our Mavericks. We got 65 hotels and 65 deltas, 3 of each. Let's tell Betty to shut up. If we are, oh, we can't yet. We gotta wait for a CD to run. We got a couple of people chatting. All right. So, okay, engines are started. We can go ahead and turn these on. Turn that off. Turn that off. Arm the seat. We should just have those 3 left. And we're waiting on that to reach 4.0. Now we can click on CDU. That just brings that screen up to that screen to make it so that way we can, you know, carry on like this instead of going, what do we got? Who down there? Yeah. Well, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and put my autopilot to path hold instead of altitude and heading. That helps me pitch at a certain degrees for climb. We're not gonna climb too high. I was doing some research on how to do some SAM dodging, so hopefully be able to put some of that into effect, so I don't die a lot. And turn this on, and now, warning lights off, canopy's closed. Now we can tell her to shut up. 50, enter, function hack. Let's go to the ground speed. Let's turn on our nose wheel steering. Yay. Okay, now we're good to go. Let's, well, we gotta get formation lights on a little bit too. Turn these up to that. Not too bright. Turn these. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. Surge traffic with A10C, taxiing to runway 24 for takeoff, a straight out departure. Let's change to waypoint 8. Ooh, pretty. So I made a big decision last night at like 6 o'clock in the morning in an insomniatic stupor, but I bought more RAM for my PC. Currently I've got 16 gigs. I wanted to not have to worry about RAM ever again. So in the mail, and will be arriving in a couple of days, 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. As well as the Thrustmaster HOTAS rudder pedals, not the joystick, not the HOTAS. Sorry, the Thrustmaster Warthog rudder pedals. So I figured I'd pick those up myself, mostly because my current rudder pedals are really on their last leg. So let's check the map, make sure we're clear. I have some control issues when you get to the extremes. It starts going back to center when it's like extreme left or extreme right. So to traffic myth A10C, taking runway 24 for takeoff straight out departure. Alright, let's go ahead and throttle forward. Let's go ahead and elevator or flaps down full. Point down the runway, point down the runway, point down the runway. Okay, we can nose wheel steering off at 70. Tell you to go away. And at about 135, we'll rotate. And rotate. And gear up. And flaps up to 10. And we're up. Let me reset the camera here so that way we're looking at all the things. I'm gonna make sure this guy doesn't run over us. So we're gonna turn right once we're over the water and start heading to the northeast. So to traffic myth A10C, clear of runway 24, rolling 254 for air to air.
Pull up, pull up.
Let's go 254. Look at that.
254, cold check.
Look at that pretty sunrise, gents. Whew. God, this would be an amazing view to see in real life. Like the morning mist coming up out of that valley there. Oh, you could just feel the crisp on your face, you know? Like nice cold, right before the sun rises, just nice and crisp. All right. So carrying on to waypoint 8. So, all right, hey, fun. Zach, I know you're here and on the server and possibly listening via the stream. So, my man, here's your moment to shine. We've got two MiG-23s at 351 from me, which is just off my nose to the right, about 65 miles, and they are heading 138, which, let's see, if we're going 351, so 138, so 250. So, yeah, they're going right to me. So, these MiG-23s are on their way to me. So what I'm gonna do, oh yeah, sunrise. Hello. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the pretty. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay pretty low. When I say pretty low, I'm gonna stay at about 4,000. Okay, they are now 60 miles in closing. .254, this is Myth A10C. I am Oscar Mike to waypoint 8. Oscar Mike to waypoint 8, requesting cap. Pair of MiG-23s off of my nose at 60 miles in closing.
Copy, could we get a crew reference, please? Check 55, pilot reading on your position and on some MiG-23s on router versus time. I'm currently engaged with MiG-21s out.
Roger. Bearing from Sochi is the is northeast to correction, northwest, bearing 350. So I just gave them an ADRAC, which an alert, direction, description, range, and then patrol. I think I remember all of it. But anyways, in the infantry, we would it's the fragmented warning order, or just a you know, hey, this is what I'm looking at. This is the direction. This is the distance. You know, and you know the short, sweet information. Because if you're just on the radio, gumming up the air by you know, oh, I think I see them 2 airplanes up there, and they are heading down. I don't know why I'm doing like a southern guy's accent, but you know, but what I'm getting at is if you're just clogging up radio waves without clear, concise communication, you know, somebody else could need to be you know, communicating something super important right then and there, but you know, you could be stepping all over them by taking your time. I do it a lot. It's, you know, on a computer, it's really easy to just think, oh, hey, you know, it's a fucking video game. You know, we can just talk. All right. Well, we're gonna get our targeting pod aligning. Gonna turn our weapons onto arm. It sounds like these guys are doing work. Let's. These guys are. The MiGs are now off of my nose and right wing a little bit at 40 miles. They're still going the same direction, kind of towards Sochi. So they're not necessarily coming towards me anymore. I got a missile launch indication to my right. Uh-oh.
A10, I have eyes on the move on my radar inbound.
Outstanding. Roger. So we got help. We got lots of help. And you know, honestly, what they would have probably done if I didn't say anything was just look at the EWRS and said, you know, I'm going to go for these. Right? But somebody called out and was like, hey, these are going to fuck with me. I need help with these. And gives them a generalized objective and a goal. Let me know if you get them, Zach.
A10, you've already got a different F-14 assisting. I'm going to go help out TP.
Roger, Tango. At the end of the day, you know, you do you. Alright, that's a mud spike.
Warning, autopilot.
So we're just going to try to break line of sight by getting low.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
The advised waypoint 8 should be clear of radar SAMs.
Pull up, pull up.
Don't see any Z-23s, but it's 2 hours in, literally at
Pull up, pull up.
Staying nice and low.
Pull up, pull up.
124 copy. Myth is Oscar Mike to waypoint 8 as well. I'll give it a good look under the target pod when I get close. Now I know that there's hills.
I am running waypoint 25 to north spot.
I know that there are these hills here. Alright, these guys are off my right wing.
Pull up, pull up.
Run, these hills run northeast, south, or northwest, southeast.
Pull up, pull up.
It's that way. He's at 18,000 feet. He's looking at me. Oh yeah, I can turn on my jammer pod now. That might help a smidge. Not using it. Don't need to right now. Oh, you died? Oh, bummer, man. Hey, that happens.
Pull up,
It happens.
pull up.
I'm very very familiar with dying in this game. Check the scores real quick.
Pull up, pull up.
Zach is also known as Danger Zone, if memory serves. But hey, you killed 2 of them, man. I see you got 2. I see you got 2 kills. Boom. There's Zach. That's one of our viewers right there. Danger Zone in an F-14. Nicely done, good sir. Nicely done. You're on the you're number 1 right now for air to ground or for air to air kills. Yeah, don't hit the trees. That would be a sad early end of this flight. I think I am in the clear, thanks to you guys. Yeah, nice. I got cap from viewers. Thank you, buddy. Got to change your name to Terminator, man. I'll be back.
So, but if you extend, just let me know. I've got this guy locked up, ready to go. Well, Martin gets this guy as well. He's very close to me.
Let's check the target pod. Let's turn this to air to ground mode. Let's go to our Maverick views. There we go.
Yeah, this will probably be stupid. End up going for the tanker between us anyway.
Slave all the things to the...
If you can. If you need to get out, I can take the shot.
waypoint. Everything is slave to the waypoint. Nice. It's 20 degrees off the nose at 32 miles. Okay, looks like some more aircraft have spawned in. Some F5s that are 160 miles away. That's fine. They're really far. A MiG-21 at 151. He's really far. And a MiG-21 at 95. Also very far. They're all at 9 or 0. So they're all off to the east. That way. In the sunrise by a good grip. So I'm going to be unmolested, giggity, up here for a little bit. Alright, so now we can go ahead and turn this on to white hot. Let's zoom in a smidge. Let's get some elevation so that way we are looking over that ridge.
Okay, 40 miles.
Nice steep climb, but not too steep. We're currently 28 miles to target. Don't want to lose too much airspeed. It's down to like 5 degrees. Four degrees, why not? Trim. Alright, now let's look at this again. So we're going to start seeing some stuff popping up. We've got that smoke.
Well, 10.5 more bandits turn my way. Bearing 083, going to turn to engage. Copy, I see him.
Alright, we picked up a little more speed, but we want to go a little bit quicker to do another little upski.
15 nautical miles from my position. If you want to go for those three, go for it. Copy. Pretty sure what I'm seeing is going to be that MiG-21 68 miles from me, bearing 078 on your 6.
Zoom out a little bit. Continue scanning the target area. Because that smoke, there's two smokes. There's an orange smoke that will mark the target area. And then it just puts a smoke on the waypoint. And then there's a JTAC target. And the JTAC will laze and smoke a target that he wants you to destroy. And that's what we're looking at right now, is the JTAC target smoke. And I know that just because nobody's hit TAC smoke on the server. Because it just restarted. So let's go ahead and go back to white hot. Keep looking around now. Here we go. We got some infantry. We've got, what is this? BMP, main battle tank, BMP. I think that's what that is. And troop transport anyways. Not a big threat to me. That's probably the roof of a house. It is.
When you look behind it, it kind of fades out. Pretty sure your missile that you shot is bugged.
Shilka.
In a turn, but it's still going on the original heading, and when you look behind it, it fades out. There's only the muzzle.
So what we're looking for are the optically and laser guided missile systems. These things are particularly deadly. But I don't see one. The only thing I saw that was really any kind of threat was a Shilka.
Alright, I'm gonna dive down, try
That
to get a
thing.
look on that bandit. That guy is just turning cold now. I'm gonna keep an eye on
So
him.
we'll do
That
this.
guy's turning semi.
Point, slave, make you important to CCIP. Let's go to Maverick.
There's like a 2 group heading for 9.
Fuck, which Mavericks are we doing? We want the H's. We're gonna go like this. We want to zoom in. We want to tell everything to look at that. We want to tell him to.
Alright, 60 miles on
It's
the bandit.
TMS short. Oh yeah, we gotta have this in the center position. And then, ha! I did it! I just force correlated this AGM 65 hotel. Very nice. Once we get into the box, I'm gonna rifle. And we're gonna watch that go in. In the box. Rifle.
This bandit's running away. Also be advised, I am
Turn out.
another group in set 070. Leading Alpha miles. Actually 90
Put
Alpha
that
miles,
at like 100
miles.
degrees so we're burning away and changing position. Get a different set of eyes on the target. We'll pitch up ever so slightly so we can continue getting some elevation again to get some better eyes on the position. And
Turn off me,
we will watch this go in.
do you want me to engage them or?
Where is it? I think it's this one. Yep.
And then we'll have this on the way. Take in your conical line. Couple more miles and then I'll launch. Roger that. Kilo 1-1 Fox 3 times 2.
So this should be hitting a Shilka. Force correlated.
2 away. Roger, I see those launches, good launches.
Oof. So what happened was I probably locked onto the ground behind him. So let's check the targeting pod. Let's make the targeting pod the sensor point of interest.
Yeah, that bandit I
Or the
fired
sensor
on
of
is
interest,
running
rather.
straight now. This is will not turn back at all. Oh, that's an issue. I was basing my shots on the thought that I had A Mark 60s, but I have C Mark 45s, or 7s, whatever it is. Yikes.
Yeah, see, I told it to look at the ground right behind it. And the missile hit right where I wanted it to. So let's try that again.
50 seconds on
Tell you to
the
go in. Let's zoom in and let's go ahead and
They're looking good.
make sure we are in the middle. There we go. Make sure we are looking at the thing we want to look at. Yeah. And why not? 124 Myth Rifle Waypoint 8 Shilka. Turn away.
Callers in waypoint 25, last crash, 2 harms, got a decent number of medium range air defense 2.
And we'll watch that go in.
Pretty sure other one's gonna be a miss. That one missed.
That was
guy missed.
that wasn't mine. But that was a very close miss. I am on 124, 254, and 30. People are talking on 254. That's the air-to-air channel.
24 radio check.
Again, right next to it, but this time it was close enough. Killed the Shilka.
Enemy Mojo on the second guy.
Alright, so we're going to say that's the thing that we want to kill next, is this tank. That's the JTEC. Excuse me, that's the JTEC target. $10 miles away. You can hear now? Sweet. Good. Yeah, you were probably just on the wrong channel. I think you start at 251.
Whenever I shot at it, it was turning back in.
Turning back in. We've got one more 65 hotel. I wanted to do force correlation, and I did it. I learned how to force correlate my Mavericks, which is really handy for getting something, you know, launching a missile at a point on the ground instead of having to get a positive target lock, which I have run into issues in the past. I'm not on a general chit chat channel yet. Let's go ahead and go to the right screen. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Oh yeah, we gotta go right, alt, down arrow, and then ta-da, rifle. 124 myth rifle waypoint 8. As far as general chit chat, I guess I could roll over and use the HF frequency because I need to monitor the air to ground. I need to monitor the air to air. So, you know, the only radio I don't need to monitor is the FM, which is the helicopter air to ground. So for general chit chat, I guess we could use, gosh, I don't know. Let's call it 420 gigabyte. So channel 42 FM for general chit chat. 4200000. This is Beth radar check. Oh, hey, that thing right next. Oh, he's dead. But next to that main battle tank that's about to die from the Maverick, we'll watch it go in from this screen. No, it didn't. It hit next to it. We saw the explosion. Alright, so we need to change to our other Mavericks. These are the AGM 65 Deltas. And the Deltas can lock onto stuff with white hot, red hot, or white hot, black hot type imaging. Just like our targeting pod can do. But the downside is they have a shorter lock range. So it's like 6 or 7 miles versus as far as out like 10 miles, you know. So that is still our the thing we want to kill. Let's look over here. Alright, that says sensor. Why does that say sensor? There we go, Maverick. Let's make this sensor of interest. Trying to have forward short to zoom in. Let's go try and have forward long to zoom in and get on the target. Now what we have to do is slew a little bit. Rifle 1. Let's slew up there to the right. Let's zoom in. That looks like a better target. Rifle 2. 124 myth. Rifle times 2. Waypoint 8. Main battle tank times 2. Communicate that I just fired 2 Mavericks at waypoint 8 and that my intended targets were.
He's high up, I'm going up.
Let's go ahead and watch this thing die this time. Zoom out a little bit because there was, I think this was the tank that I launched on, the other one. Should see an impact in 2 seconds or so. Boom. Nice. Oh, there was the other impact. And whatever that vehicle was, we got it too. Nice. Carnage! So that was... looks like just a truck. Oh, bummer. Well, we got one more Maverick missile, and that is going to be our target. Either that, or should we do that AAA? Well, those manpad dudes are all dead. Or sleeping. Let me say they're sleeping. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and kill this tank. Now we're 7.5 miles, which is a rather close turn-in if we were trying to get a good standoff distance. Slave everything. Let's go back to the Maverick. Let's zoom it in a little bit. Alright, you see that little crosshair on the far right of the Maverick screen? That's like the bore sight where the airplane is pointing. And so what's going to happen when I slew the reticle, right? Nope, that's nothing. That's nothing. Go back to that thingy. There it is. 124 myth rifle waypoint 6 main battle, or waypoint 8 main battle tank. And again, we'll turn away. keep turning. We'll go to like 120. Why not?
Elevation on that
110's
64,
fine.
on a dumbass.
And trim. Straight and level. Impact in 8 seconds. 6, 5. Let's zoom out a smidge. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Got him. Alright, sweet. So we know we still have some more targets over here, right? We've got, looks like an AA position and an infantry vehicle. That is, what is that? Is that that's another main battle tank. So what we'll do is we'll drop a bomb on this main battle tank, right? And so we're going to go to make our HUD soy. TMS short should lock the Mavs without slewing. Yeah. That's how you force correlate the 65 hotels. For the 65 deltas, I'll have to try that. I just went Winchester on Mavericks though. But thank you, Invalid. Welcome back, by the way. GPU 12s. Posted a little clip of you and me really close there. Fortunately, I couldn't. The time where you and Ted were, on either side of me up really close, I messed up and muted my sound. So all of that fun stuff that I was talking about, how awesome this was, just wasn't there. So I felt like it was better to have the super close flying of Invalid while it's on autopilot. So thanks for that, man. That was awesome. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and line these up real quick. Actually, let's make that important. TMS long, China hat long. Make sure everything is slave to that. Let's go ahead and trim. Let's bring the target pod up on this screen. Let's make that one the sensor of interest. Let's bring the DSMS page up on this screen. We know we can see a little bit of the profile information right there. Singles, nose, tail fusing. I kind of want to watch this bomb go in. Now we are 9,300 feet above the deck. We should be plenty out of the way for any kind of AAA. And I'm pretty sure all the IR missiles down there are dead. 5, press and hold, 3, 2, 1, and ka-chunk. 1, 2, 4, myth, pickle, waypoint 8, main battle tank. So we're gonna start a gentle turn to the right. Looks like we're being locked up by either SU-27s at 110 miles. So 10 seconds to impact, gentle right hand turn to make sure that we can still see the target with the laser. 3 seconds to impact. We'll zoom out a little bit for it. 2, 1, and boom! Yay, laser guided munitions. And now I've got the target on my back. How am I force correlating? TMS boat switch. So I do boat switch center. It has to be on boat switch center, and then when you do TMS short is when you tell the Maverick to force correlate, because otherwise it's just gonna keep looking at. Because the way I do it is I slave everything to my targeting pod. I use my targeting pod to find the target, and then because I usually use the targeting pod in the white hot mode, I have to go boat switch center with right alt down arrow. That's the default keybind for that. And then I would do TMS up short or forward short or whatever it is. Yeah, up short. So we're gonna keep going this way a little bit. Let's push out to like 10 miles. Gives us some time to find another hard target with the GBU 12. We have 2 CBU 97s, and we will be Winchester save for our 1150 of combat mix, which of course we're gonna use. Take a little sip of water real quick. Aqua. So just getting a little bit of speed. We're very gently climbing because I have autopilot on path hold instead of straight and level, or I guess you would call it altitude and heading hold. Alright, there's 10 miles. Let's go ahead and turn left into the target. Again, our targeting pod's now on the right. I like to have the DSMS page up on the left so that way I can see when that bomb leaves the aircraft, more than just hearing the ka-chunk. It's always good to listen for that. So let's go ahead and get all the way onto the target here. Okay, sweet. And do that. And let's zoom in here. Let's go to white hot. There's another main battle tank, and I see a bunch of infantry there too. Sweet. So make that point, make sure that that is the sensor point of interest, and China hat forward long to make sure that everything is slaved to the sensor point of interest.
Yeah, one flight would help. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
We'll watch this one go in the external view because why not? I haven't seen that in a little bit. Alright. I always pitch down ever so slightly when I do this. Trim, 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 trim to the right, trim to the left. Trim, trim, trim to the left. I was... my bad. So this is why I need new rudder pedals, is I'll rest my feet on them and I'll just ever so slightly have a slight left or right input.
3, 2, 1.
20 seconds to pickle.
Yep, I see it.
And just doing the little dance to stay on that line. Gentle, gentle, gentle. 5 seconds. Press and hold the weapons release button. 3, 2, 1. Ka-chunk. You see it go white. We're on altitude hold. Let's throttle down a little bit, and let's watch F6. That's not it. That's definitely not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is.
What's our current heading, just so I got my...
Oh, right through the hatch.
My current heading is...
Alright, let's go ahead and throttle back up. Now we know that there are infantry. Let's zoom that out. Let's zoom that out a little bit more. Now where are those infantry?
I'm currently in level 5 at the moment.
Alright, well, we're, excuse me. Can't see them anymore. But we know that I believe the infantry were on my side of the tank, and maybe a little bit to the right. So when we loop a back around, we'll turn to the right, and that should line us up with the infantry. We can, we'll push back out to like 7, 8 miles, and then flip back around, because we do have these, right?
I'm gonna change my heading.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll finish the things up with the guns, right? CBU 97s. Now our targeting pod's pretty much on the target area already, so we'll extend out. All right, we've got 2 MiG-23s sub 50 miles to me now, at 308 and 295. So that way, off my left wing. So we're gonna go ahead and rotate this way. We are going to change this profile to pairs. That's our target, and that, and then that. SU-23s are up that way now. 20 seconds to pickle. We're dropping pairs so that way we can get rid of the last bit of our ordnance. Press and hold the weapons release at 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and ka-chunk. Why didn't the other one release?
let's hop on a.
No, we wanted to get low as well.
That's 254. Let's switch to 276. Copy 276.
Watch these bombs go off. There they go. There's one, there's the other. Do guns on the red smoke.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Having trouble starting? Oh, no worries, Zach. I had issues getting up too. Giggity. The stream anyways.
Pull up, pull up.
And we're gonna try to dip back in again.
Pull up, pull up.
Come on, come on. Nope.
Pull up, pull up.
Oof. Triple A.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Chester's messing with your switches. Well, I need you, Tom Cruise. I got
Pull
I
up.
got some enemy jets with the 20. 254, this is Myth, A10C, waypoint 8, requesting immediate cap, 15 miles, MiG-23s on my position, as well as 25 miles.
Transmitting 124.
Motherfucker.
Pull up.
254, this is Myth, requesting cap, immediate, waypoint 8. I have integrated with 2 MiG-23s, requesting immediate
Pull
help.
up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Pull up, pull up.
He's back that way. Okay, well, we
Pull
don't
up,
want to mess
pull
around the target area anymore because we don't have anything else for the target area. Let's go ahead and go to that air-to-air. He's 8 miles at 260. That's 100 degrees this way. So yeah, he's still over that way, and he's like 9 miles. So we want to make our way back to our initial position, which is Sochi, and we need to go get these thingies back up because I had to change that. 260, still 9 miles, but that hasn't been updated. Off my right wing as well. Tell my targeting pod to recenter so I can see that. Go back up to here, tell you to recenter. Oh, bad. MiG-23 is 8 miles, 236. He's going 480 knots, I'm going 320. He's heading 175, I'm heading 150. So he's definitely trying to get on my ass. 254, this is Myth, waypoint 8, Oscar Mike 2, Sochi, defensive on the deck, MiG-23 on my tail, 8 miles. he's heading 124. I'm gonna see if this works out.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
One of those MiGs looks like it's down. Trim. One of those MiGs has just spiked me. Looks like I got a friendly F-18 up that ways too, off my right wing. Just keep on burning. Just keep on burning.
Pull up.
Bud spike, 4 o'clock. That's what Jester does, right? Calls it out. Big 23, 4 o'clock, closing. High. 17 miles.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Gabriel is getting close. He's at 13,000 feet and 17 miles.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
$13 miles. And at 10,000 feet, still that way.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
12 miles, 17,000 feet. Shit, I got a little bit of open space here. My music stopped. Just in a good part.
Area Ted 077, approaching runway 24, ready to take off.
Alright, music's back. 12 miles, still 17,500 feet, and closing. Come on. What are you doing back there, guy? I'm 50 miles southeast. No, southwest of Sochi. Right? No, that's not right. I'm north. I'm all kinds of directions. I'm northwest. And this MiG is 10 miles on my ass and closing. Still got a solid lock on me. 12 miles. He's 17,500 feet.
Pull up, pull up.
Focus.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Still
up,
12
pull up.
miles. It's like he's teasing me. He's going 270. Why is my aim 9 looking at the ground going, there's something there? Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Maybe. Yeah, I know, right? He's teasing. He's gonna. No, what he's doing, he's like, oh, there's Myth. I'm just gonna shoot him down with guns. That's what the AI does.
Pull up, pull up.
I think it's Deadly Fish is the server admin fucking with me. He's like, just set these AIs to guns only and then just auto-aggress Myth everywhere.
Pull up, pull up.
So I mean, like, I'm low. Why is that giving me a false read on something right there? Like, there are no aircraft in this canyon in that hill. Unless it's like the JTAG drone. The sun? Is that what that is? Really? So if I go far enough away from it, it should. And then if I go back
Pull
to
up,
it.
pull up.
Wow. So he can't do the same thing to me because of the same reason right now, right? That's kind of cool. That's good to know.
Pull
Going
up,
to the
pull
sun
up.
because heat missiles are going to get fucked by the sun, right? That's I never knew that. He's now 14 miles away, but he's going a lot faster. He's heading 067, so he's going that way. Alright, we're gonna tell you to shush by doing this. You just go over there. I'll recage you in a second. $19 miles. All right, so I think he broke off because I'm now getting some distance from him. Yeah, he's heading 260, so I think he's turning to engage that. I think it was an F-15 up there. Now we can tell that to go
Pull
home.
up, pull up.
It's unknown radar
pull up.
contact to the right.
Pull up, pull up.
I learned something new today. So I also got Streamlabs going, so now I'll get notifications when people follow and that kind of stuff. So thanks. Brain fart. Oh no, Ted, right? No, was it Ted? Can I scroll this chat up? I can't scroll that chat up. Fuck. It was Ted, like 99% Ted. He recommended it. And then he said what I need to do is set it up so that way it'll auto post my Twitch stream information in the top left right there every now and then. I think that could be handy as long as it's not too spammy. So I think we're in the clear because Homeboy's now 74 miles away. So we can go ahead and cage that. Let's put these back onto the safes. Let's check the outside view. I don't think we took any kind of anything during that engagement at all. Sweet. Alright, now let's check the scores real quick. Let's see what kind of damage we did. 61! Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. Doing work. 61 ground target kills. Currently leading everybody on the server. Sweet. And then we got, let's see, the Coulter with 5 air-to-air kills. Tailpipe, 5 air-to-air kills.
Pull up. Pull up.
Shush, Betty. Bandit Cougar. Let's see if I can't find... Where'd Danger Zone go? I don't see him. Oh, did you disconnect? You're not on here anymore. I don't know why. Oop, I gotta pay attention to the airplane. So, I'll tell my targeting pod to... Let's look at Sochi. And let's roll to 251. Sochi traffic. This is Myth A10C inbound to land runway 06 for full stop. Everybody needs to know my intentions. Looks like we got somebody going that way. We got that guy going that way. We got this guy taking off. This guy holding short. This guy taking off. So I think by the time we get there, everything will have... Jet won't start coming back. Alright, no worries. Invalid, you in here? I didn't see your name. No, not yet. Hey, Vapor's online. That guy's the, this guy. He's #1 in air-to-air kills. I think. I haven't looked at the scores in a minute. Again, they're just numbers. I'm getting pinged by MiG-29s again. Fuck off. Is that gonna do anything? Turning on my jammer? No. Turn it off. Alright, we need to get over the ocean. Give ourselves a nice long approach into final. Sochi traffic, Myth A10C, turning base. Not quite really base yet. Trim, trim, trim. Trim. Trim, trim. Too much trim.
Radio check.
Trim, trim.
515.
That's... He's still holding short. Okay, these guys look... So I think runway 24 is the active. So I'm going to turn to runway 24. Sochi traffic, Myth A10C, readjusting to land, runway 24, entering pattern.
Pull up. Pull up.
What's this leg called when you're flying parallel to the runway before you turn to your base? Is this the upwind? No. This is base, right? And then when you turn right before you turn for final, that's the downwind, right? Gotcha, thank you. think Petcho's trying to take off. Alright. Search traffic, myth A10C, turning downwind. For landing runway 24 full stop. So traffic myth A10C, turning base, or turning final, runway 24, full stop landing.
Pull up. Pull up.
Aim a little to the right of the runway. We had somebody on our tail there in a jet. Landing gear down. Let's keep this air brakes going. So we get back lined up on the runway. Let's go flaps full. Flaps full. Slow it down. Slow it down. 143. Make sure that douchebag behind us isn't being a douchebag. Alright. And point at the numbers. Cross runway threshold at about 130.
Altitude.
Point to the edge of the runway right before you hit the deck. And nice and gentle. Better. Keep it pointed down the nose down the runway. Apply the brakes. Nozzle steering. Oof, too much nozzle steering. Let's point down. Let's down the runway. That's our taxiway to get off. Alright, and search traffic myth A10C, clear of runway 24, taxi into parking area. We got all kinds of people on the deck. So we're gonna taxi over to the parking area. We got a bunch of people on the deck right now. At least 10 planes. Let's get our CDU up to see our ground speed, function, and tech. Ground speed's 30. Fuel's doing good. Somebody just took off. This guy's parked right there. Let's get up next to him and get some more boomsticks put on. Those look good. Go back up to 80% go juice. Actually, let's go 90. Sweet.
Request refueling. One code check. Request rearming. Got your limit, Charlie 251.
Ooh, stretch. So they're pumping us full of more gas. Right there, it takes a little bit, doesn't happen instantly, and then after there's a full gas tank, they'll put some more boomsticks on, and we'll be ready to go. Head back up to waypoint 8 and finish those targets off. Still getting gas. Well, I'm gonna mute my mic for 2 seconds while I get some go juice. I'm gonna go to external view. Bring the flaps up so we're not looking silly. And I will be back on comms here in just a second.
Bandit taxiing runway 06.
Alright, I have unmuted or remuted. Let's go ahead and set takeoff trim. Something I always forget to do after I land. Let's uncage that.
Refueling complete.
Refueling's completed. Sweet. And then I should be getting some more boomsticks here in just a second, and I can piece out of the spot and get back up in the air.
Social traffic, auger taxiing runway 06.
Almost done, so let's press and hold stat. Let's click on load. Let's click on
Rearming
stat.
complete.
Rearming is complete, so let's click on load. Let's click on load all. Just gotta wait for a second, and these little dots will pop back up. Once those dots pop back up, we'll go back to the DSMS page and go turn our Mavericks onto a line. DSMS, missile, EO on, go back to the stat. Our profile should stay the same. Let's go to CDU. Let's go back to the profile. Let's go to CBU and turn this back to singles. Back to singles. Save. Stat. Let's go to the TAD. Alright, sweet. And we are ready to go. Search traffic, Myth A10C, taxiing to runway 24 for a takeoff straight out departure to waypoint 08. Alright, so we gotta wait for that guy. Search traffic, Myth A10C, crossing runway 20, holding short of runway 24 for traffic. Cross runway 20. Hold short of 24. And slow it down. And stop. That's what holding short means. Let's look at the F10 map. That's the guy that was talking about moving. Auger, and then Cougar 1-1, aka Bandit. Now hopefully this guy's got SRS up and he's going to pay attention, because I'm going to try to take the runway after this guy goes. He just ejected.
Traffic, auger, holding short 06.
So to traffic, Myth A10C, taking runway 24 for takeoff, straight out departure. So that was silly. That F-14 just ejected mid. Flaps full. Unless he hit a divot and had to freaked out. Noticeable steering off at 70. Straight down the runway, straight down the runway. I'm not seeing any obstructions, at least from runway 24. I see a couple of pilots right there. Give them a little high. All right, we're up. Go ahead and lift our gear and bring flaps up to 10%.
Pull up. Pull up.
Get some speed going. See our man down there holding short, or my men. All of them. Good girls. Myth. Clear runway 24, rolling 254 for air to air. Have a good one. (254) Myth A10C checking in. Oscar Mike to waypoint 8. So we gotta go to this way. Waypoints.
Pull up. Pull up.
8. And we want not the GPU 12s. We want just weapons off right now.
A10C is on station at waypoint 8. Seems like all the SAMs are cleared out. Unsure about man pads currently.
124. Be advised, most man pads are down. There might be one or two. Most I could see was just one either ground-based AAA unit or a truck-based AAA unit. And then the rest of the stuff should be soft targets.
Copy 3-2, copies all.
Was talking to my boy. Let's see if he's up on. Yeah, he is. So let's go ahead and go like this. Let's team a short. He saw 0136. Let's go own to hook. So this right here shows what direction he is, and that is him. That's putting a box over where he is on my HUD. Pretty neat. Alright, so let's level out at like 4,000. Let's turn our autopilot to altitude and heading hold. Trim. And now what we can do with this information right here. So 0136, I could turn the A10 into a really big text message machine and be like, hey buddy, on my way. As a matter of fact, I'll do that. So we'll go to message, we'll go
Texaco, Dodge 2-1, request rejoin.
0136 2. We'll click on that and we'll go OMW space WPT 8. Click on that and we'll click on send. And I just send him a text message to that guy. Now, if you ever want to find out what your net ID is, so you got, that's his net ID 0136. Mine is 0137. So 0137. And you can actually change this as well, I think. Anyway, so we're going to go back to that, and if he sends us a message, what will happen is, or when I send him that message, he gets a little tape that pops up that says, you know, there's a new message. You acknowledge it, you go over to your message screen, you can see all the new messages, you can see which messages you've received, and all that stuff. So, cool. Let's turn this back to Mavericks. Let's turn our master arms on. Across the board. So that's a sensor. Joining his net might as well. Okay. So what would happen if I'm 0137 and he's 0136 and I change mine to 0136 and we're both sharing 0136? Or would I have to be like 0236? I do not know. Flip these off. And then bother me. The net, gotcha. Change my own ID. Okay. So I would have to be like 0236. So the net ID is 36 and 01 is his own ID. I would need to be something different than his own ID. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. So we can go ahead and turn off the cockpit lighting. Turn that on earlier when the sun was still rising. But I mean, I can still send text messages and stuff like that to him without having to swap to his own net, right? But if I join his net, I can share SPs and all that other stuff, right? I'm gonna try it. So we'll change our own ID to 02. And we'll do this to 36. Alright. And we can share a SPI. Nice. And that's with TMS left short, right? Or is it right? I don't remember. It's one of those. So we've got our targeting pod. Tell our targeting pod to go to the SPI. That's not a SPI. Change this marching music to something a little bit different. Let's check the F10 map real quick. So we got friendly A10, couple of stuffs up here. I think we'll be alright. So I think we'll just carry on going this way. So I can see if my SPI is broadcasted. Alright, so we'll do it like this. So if I want to make that the SPI, and then I can do that, or that, or that, or that. Where is it? It's not that. Let's focus. Is it that? Oh, it'll say SPI on. Top right? Okay. I gotcha. So if I go to this and I reset that, zoom in there. So he's over the target area. See, like I'm getting little bits of chop here and there, like you see that like that. That kind of stuff really bothers me, and so much so that I stayed up pretty late last night and decided that I was going to buy more RAM. So I bought 64 gigs of RAM, and it's in the mail, and it should be here in the next couple days. And then on top of that, I also bought the Warthog rudder pedals, so that was another $100 right there. Because my rudder pedals are on their last leg. No, you know, not just a figurative speech. They literally, they're pretty much done. So I'll get to explain that to my wife when she gets home tonight. That'll be fun. But I've been getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep the last few nights. And then this morning I went to bed at like 6:30 a.m. and then at 8:30 a.m. they started redoing the patio, because I live in an apartment complex, and they're redoing the patio fencing on all the things, and so it's just my building's turn. So they were cutting concrete and 4x4 chunks of wood right on my patio to do their job. Not gonna hate them for, you know, doing their job, but god damn. Would have been nice to get a good solid few hours of sleep instead of a broken few hours of sleep. So got out of bed at like 10:30. closed the window at like 8:30. Dogs got set off at like 9:30. And then by 10:30 I was just fuck it. So. Insomnia is a bitch. Alright, alright. Well, the carrier's not too far. Just don't burn your afterburner getting over here, you know? Well, the carrier's right there. See, look, see. Is this you, my friend? Iron Chancellor. I don't think that's you. Oh, that's the carrier. I was looking at the wrong thing. Danger zone. That's you, buddy. On the carrier. I believe in you. I can take off from the carrier real easy on the Hornet. That's not a problem. Landing, I've landed it several times, at least a dozen. You know, maybe 2 dozen. I've only crashed it a handful into the back. You know, part of the learning process, and then I've bolted probably 10 or 15 times. You know, again, it's a learning process. I'm still working on it. Quick little look-see around. The carrier's not too far. Not too far at all. We're waypoint 8. I mean, come on, man. You're on a jet. You're a lot faster than this little guy. Who's this? Ace Reaper. And an F-18. Climbing through 8,500. Off of my right engine. So he's like up there. Somewhere. There he is. Alright, paying attention to the target area. Can't see anything yet because of the terrain, so let's pop up just a smidge. Let's pop up to, let's call it 8,000. We want to make sure that we're above that turret-based AA, or the AAA rather. Oh no. Yeah, that was another one of my experience on the carrier. Was I was taxiing up to the catapult, and I guess this server has people who can, or slots that where you can spawn like on the catapult. And that's what happened. Homeboy spawned on the catapult, and the blast ramp thing or whatever started lifting up with me right over the top of it, and yeah, that pretty much ended that particular aircraft. So that's honestly why I prefer taking off from the airports. Plus, apparently the server admin came in and said that if you take off from the carrier and you land at one of the land-based airfields, that it causes a lot of issues on the server, and it gets all chunky. Alright, well, sweet, on his way. So hopefully we see danger zone here in a little bit. We're going to look for some targets that haven't been blown up. This looks like a target that needs to die, and then there's another main battle tank to its left. So let's TMS short to change that to point track. China hat short to super zoom. China hat short again. Forward short to zoom. Let's get this target pod up. Let's get you onto the MAV. Let's get you onto Mavericks. Let's save everything to that. Let's go like this. Let's zoom her in. I think oh, nice. Okay, so homeboy just blew up that target. That's fine. We got another one right here. So now we can go like this and try to force correlate. Or is this the delta? I think this is the delta. There it is. There's a lock. Rifle 1, and there's another. There it is. Rifle 2. 124 myth. Rifle
Warning,
2. Waypoint 8. Main battle tank and troop transport. So let's zoom out. Let's see if we can't find another target. There's another target. Is that BRDM? Slave everything to that sensor point of interest. Awesome, Invalid. That'd be sweet. Let's see. It is 6 o'clock. My wife gets off work at 7, so we'll see how much. Come on, lock. Chimone. 124 Myth Rifle, BDRM. I think that's what those are called. Get our other Mavericks up. Impact in 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh no, wing. 3, 2, 1, and come on. Come on. No, I didn't get it. Go. So let's see, after this run, I'll have enough time to get back to Sochi. Hey, there's that turret-based AA. That's why not? We're gonna kill that. There's 3 targets right there that are all right next to each other. So we'll go make you important, go to make sure that is in the middle, go like that, fire that, make you that way.
We'll log 32 in from the east, red smoke waypoint 8.
Pull up.
Paveway, out to the west.
Pull up.
So we got a paveway coming in out from the west, so we are going to push out this way a little bit further, give that thing a little bit of room to do things. Little gun run on the red smoke. Let's check our TAD page, see where our buddy is. Buddy's behind us and to the right. That way. Let's turn that music down just a smidge. Yeah, wife's off work at 7, so it's an hour from now. We're actually just under an hour.
In from the west, waypoint 8.
And that means I've got about 30 minutes before I gotta get off here.
Looking to paveway.
So I like to be fresh shower before the wife gets home, so that way I'm not stinking of, sitting around all day. Just the day's funk on me. Lock that. We're gonna make that. We're gonna fire off this last Maverick. Again, I did it. We want. There it is. .124 Myth Rifle Troop Transport. waypoint 8. Six seconds to impact. 4, 3, 2. Oh, well, that's going to be a double impact. Because somebody else dropped a thing on it. That's fine. So what we'll do, so I think there's not that many targets left. We'll go to the profiles. We'll go to CBU 97. We'll do ripple singles. We'll do quantity of 2. And we'll do a 500 foot spread. Let's clear that out. 500 foot spread. Save that and go back to the stat page. Make that my target page. We know that the target area is lengthwise from this direction. So we want good coverage on that target area. Let's get some elevation while we're turning in as well. So let's tell our target pod to be the sensor of interest. We're going to drop our munitions right here on that thing. Elevation. Get all lined up. All kinds of all over the place, I'm sorry. Get ourselves all sorted. And then we got a buddy right there. Buddy A10. 15 seconds. Press and hold on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ka-chunk, 1000 ka-chunk. 124 myth pickle times 2, waypoint 8. Egressing to the east. Press and hold autopilot. Let's watch these bad mammer jammers go in. Come on. Come on. Where are you?
Danger zone radio check.
Danger zone, I heard you, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Try to find my bombs. There they are.
Lima Charlie 254.
Danger zone, I got you 5x5, buddy. Yeah, boy. So, like I said, there's not very much as far as targets are left here. Looks like a couple of things on the smokes. This should do a little bit of work to some of the smaller stuff that isn't smoked yet. Hopefully. We'll hit the smoke a little bit there. But yeah, look at that coverage. Yeah. Alright. So we'll dip back in. We've got GBU 12s. And guns. I think we're good to do some gun runs. Or do we want to do GBU 12s? I think we're going to GBU 12 first and then gun run. Okay, that bomb's gone. That target's gone. This target's gone. I don't know what's there, but we're bombing it. I believe in the JTAC. Dropping a single GBU 12, which is a 500-pound bomb with a laser guided suite. 10 seconds to drop. 5, press and hold the weapons release on 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I see the target. We're going to shift the laser just a smidge to the target. 14 seconds to impact. 10, just a gentle right hand turn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We should watch that thing go boom. Yay! I didn't call out my pickle neither. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm a bad pilot. Bad pilot. No. Alright. So let's get recentered on that waypoint. Now we need to make sure that we are looking at the right waypoint. So waypoint 8. Let's make that. Reset that. Reset that. Get some distance this way. Let's get a little bit more speed. Pitching down a smidge. We got one more GBU 12. Sorry, a little quick look around my desk. Now, because we're going to be assisted by red smoke markers, we can go ahead and not have to extend out nearly as far because we can use our targeting pod to find that red smoke. Let's get lined up. Let's go like this. See if we can't find. There's some smoke. Looks like it was some infantry. Pretty sure that's just the orange smoke, but yeah, so it is the smoke in the trees. That smoke right there. Something that needs explosives. Outstanding danger zone. I'll see you shortly. We got one more GBU 12 and about 20 minutes left before we gotta end the stream. But fear not, spend a couple hours with the wife and I'll get her back up this evening. Seven, 6, 5, press and hold the button. 3, 2, 1. Good chunk. Let's turn to guns.
4-5, tracking target burn 080, 100 nautical miles out. Range of 32.
That's the thing we want to hit with our target. 4, 3, 2, 1. Any second should go boom. Yay! Now it's kind of nice how we can move that once we got a better look on the target, because as we were flying overhead, our targeting pod was looking at it from a different angle. Nice. Yeah, definitely. Landings and taking off, very important skills to master. As that was my biggest gripe about standard flight simulators. You know, like once you fly a normal civilian flight simulator, all it really is landings, taking off, and flying to an airport and doing the same thing, landing and taking off, and landing and taking off, and you know, there's no extra. DCS gives you that extra with weapon systems and bombs and, you know, missiles and radars and stuff like that. But it's still very essential skills. You know, the basic flight, you know, like trying to turn, right, do a full 360 turn without losing any altitude. I'm very, like, you need to be doing it like that. I'm not good at that. I still need to work on that. I've got a lot to work on. Formation? Okay. That could be fun. Alright, let's go like this. Zoom a little left. Press and hold stage 1 trigger. couple of bursts of freedom. Couple more bursts of freedom. And let's finish off with the side of freedom. A10 has a 2-stage trigger.
Pull up. Pull up.
Oh shit! Oh balls! They hit me with some freedom. What do we got? CICU error. I think we'll be okay. We just took a little. Just a little. We'll be alright. You're good on gas this time? Oh, no, I don't want to start the APU. Let's get path hold. Get that going. Okay, acknowledge that. Right MFCD is done. Yep, I know that. Let's look at what kind of damage we just took right there. So they hit our rudder a little bit. Looks like our right engine took a shot. And then right behind the cockpit. So, oh, and then the left wing. Yeah, my bad. What happened there was I got too close to the, it is a beast. I got too close to the AAA. And, you know, they took their shot. I don't want to go to waypoint 1. I want to go to that one. So we'll do altitude and heading hold autopilot. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If you were in any other aircraft, that little bit right there would have ended you, you know. So we're going to get
Warning, autopilot.
just a smidge this way so we can get over the ocean. Nice straight flat areas, and then fly the last, 75 miles home. But what we could still do is we could flip, I think. Nope. But what we might be able to do is press and hold stat, and then go CDU, stat, CDU. And now we can see our CDU on our left screen instead of just on the right, and not have to look at that, which is handy because again we can go function, hack, and look at our ground speed there. And now that is on our left screen. Let's go safe, safe, safe. It's gonna mess with the trims. Let's look at the F10 map real quick. We got danger zone coming up on our 6. Very nice. My speed's sitting at about 277 indicated. Let's see if I can't see you. Can't see you just yet. But you're coming. I know you are. You're back there. Alright, looks like I am limping a little bit to the left, so I would not suggest getting too close formation flying because it's the just the way the aircraft is having to hold its angle because of the holes. Let's see, for altitude and heading hold, it's just slightly angled to the left. A little bit. Just a little bit. Trying to hat forward long to send that to be looking at Sochi. We got 70 miles. Going this way, we'll be turning left once we get over the water. So that way we've got just straightforward, easy to go. We'll probably try to land runway 06 in Sochi. Yeah, took a couple, just a couple shots. Just a couple shots. Let's take another look at the exterior here. So we don't have any more boom sticks, but see our right rudder. Our right engine took a little bit. And behind the cockpit. Let's see. let's try to trim. Let's see if our trim is going to adjust anything. Altitude heading autopilot, is that gonna, nope, it still wants the bank slightly to the left. Again, my music, it's quiet. I see friends. That is Danger Zone. What's up, Danger Zone? Flying back there off my left wing. Alright, be advised. I'm turning left here once I get over the water. Tally, eyes on you, Danger. So once we go over the water, there he is back there, just behind the left engine. Autopilot's coming off, banking to the left. Flying with the viewer. Anybody's welcome. This is a public server on the Through the Inferno SoCal server. And we'll go slightly to the right. Slightly to the right because we want to land runway 06. Alright, we have two F5s, 50 miles, bearing 220 and 194, which is that way, and they are heading 070 and 133, 070 being that way, and 133 being the direction I'm heading. The one that's going 077 is going towards me, it looks like, and is about 7,500 feet above the deck. It's off our right wing. So tally on Danger Zone back there. It's on our 6. Flying close air protection escort in the F-14 like a boss. Appreciate it, appreciate it. You don't let these F-5s shoot me down. You don't let them shoot me down. I believe in you. Alright, so let's check the scores real quick, because we did do some more damage down there. So yeah, we killed, now we're up to 77 ground targets destroyed. Awesome. Keep in mind, a lot of that's infantry. You know, those vehicles and those weapon systems, they need to be served by crews, and so, yeah, they count, right? So don't fret if you're trying out bombing for the first time and you're only getting onesie twosies. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. It's all about the fundamentals, and I'm probably not the guy to learn them from. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. See, my indicated airspeed is hovering around 279-ish. Yep, 278, 279. Nice. Look at that pretty airplane. Whoo doggy. Looking good, Danger Zone. Looking good. That's Zach Niner Aider in an F-14 flying down there below my left wing. He's escorting me back to Sochi, so that way I don't die in a horrible ball of fire. Taking a little bit of damage. See the CICU. I don't know what that stands for. My right MFCD is dead. All right, so bearing 217. It's about 70 degrees that way, which is right there. And heading 085, which is about that way. So they are on an intercept, at least the first F5. The first F5 is 43 miles away at an altitude of 10,000 feet. Where'd you go? There you So danger zone. If you, I have a feeling if you break half right, you could probably take out those two F5s easy peasy. They're only 40, 50 miles away. I believe in you. I'm a believer. So we got 50 miles till we can get back to Sochi and land, going about 300 knots or 300 miles per hour over the ground, which is about 5 miles in a minute. So, you know, we're sitting at 10 minutes before we're landed ish. It's perfect timing. 6:30. Put me on the deck. Now you're just showing off. Excuse me. Yeah, you keep going that way, man. You'll find them. So it's two F5s, half right off my cockpit there. You're going in the right direction, man.
You got a missile out on me.
So that's all right. So we've got bearing 228 from me at 44 miles. He is 250 feet. He's just above the deck, and he's heading 260, which is that way. No, he's heading that way now. So he turned left. The other F5 is heading 317. It's like way back that way, so he's also probably going evasive. So you're scaring him. You're doing something right. Red Ripper says hunting F5 is a pain. F5s hunt me. I mean, look at me. Just a big old warthog full of meat. They want this. So with our targeting pod, we can look at Sochi. We can see the people on the deck. We can see players moving. I think we can, if we get that right, try to hook that up. You can pick them up. Get them. Get them. Trying to see if I can't get my target pod to track that. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't want to. Now we're just looking at all the planes on the runway. Or on the taxiway, rather, the parking area. Some friendly radar. It's all friendly stuff, so I'm not going to shoot any of that. Just looking. Just looking. We can look, but not touch. No touchy. No touchy. It's funny because some people will take off, they'll get turned around, and they'll start looking around through their target pod just at everything, and they'll start seeing these, and they'll be like, ooh! And they'll shoot at them, and then they'll get kicked from the server for killing a friendly unit. And then they get confused. And it's like, well, you shot at a friendly guy. Sorry, bud. Telling it to reset. Recenter on the waypoint. Still 32 miles out. 6 minutes. So the F5 is bearing 220, which is 100 degrees, so roughly that way. He's heading 115, roughly that way, and he's at 11,000 feet, going 361 knots. So he is kind of going on an intercept in my direction, but again, we only get a quick snapshot of what he's doing. So he could just be doing, evasive maneuvers, he could just be going in a straight line, he could be doing circles. So here we go. Now he's heading 072. So that is this way, so he turned half left from the last update, but he's still 44 miles, which makes me think that he's doing maneuvers around and climbing also. I think his altitude's gone up. His altitude's up to 14,860. And we are slowly but surely chugging along back to Sochi. Comes Danger Zone rejoining. Welcome back, welcome back. See now he's closed 6 miles. He's climbed up to 20,000 feet. He's still heading 072, which is 50 degrees this way. So right about that way. And he is bearing 221, which is almost 90 degrees. So he's off my right wing, going that way at a 45 roughly. And he's doing 460, 470 knots. So I have a feeling he's trying to close. But I ain't gonna let him. I don't think Danger Zone's gonna let him. Flying with a viewer. I like it. But hey, as we're coming into to land here shortly, we got 20 miles.
I'm engaging a 4-ship F5 061136 Angels 20.
Server list is broken even on the website. Uh-oh. That's funky. We've only got sidewinders left. I think he just went down though. I don't see him up on the EWRS picture anymore. That sucks, Invalid. I don't know what to tell you. When we first started the stream, 2.5 hours ago, we were up for like 3 minutes, got halfway through the start cycle, and the server just kind of kaput. So we waited the 5-6 minutes and got back in it. Combat, what's up, buddy? Welcome back, man. You're catching me right as I'm getting ready to land and log off. My wife's off work here in the next 20 minutes, and I got to spend time with her. End of your stream? Yeah, that's right. Zach's gonna do an overhead break. Let's see it.
15, Betty Spike, 40,000.
Let's see. Zach is flying an F-14 in close proximity with me here somewhere. The server name is Danger Zone. Overhead break.
Phantom,
see
be
you.
advised I'm at your 6. We'll support if needed.
I lost visual of you.
Fox 306.
Hovering over Sotri. That was you in the helicopter, huh? That's awesome, man. And we were watching. We were like, "What is this guy doing? Where's he going?" All right, well, hey, cool. Flying over the runway and shit. I was talking shit. That's awesome. Now, I don't have the. Were you? It was the MI. There you are. Let's see you now. It was the Russian helicopter, right?
Flash 2.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, KA-50. Yeah. No, you weren't flying over the runway. You were just sitting there stationary. There was an MI, the Russian one. I gotta roll over 251. Let everybody know I'm landing. 251. This is Myth A10C inbound land runway 0602. Check the F10 map.
Be advised, inbound traffic. Rolling on runway 24. I should be up in just a minute.
Roger, Tally. I got eyes on you. Thank you. So there he is down there. He's rolling on the runway. It's a fellow A10. He's taking off.
Traffic, we're clear at 24 and switching to 124.
Roger. So now, well, we gotta power on a little bit.
Danger zone inbound 06 for overhead brake. Full stop.
There's danger zone. Landing gears going down. Such traffic myth A10C
Warning,
turning
autopilot.
final, runway 06. Throttle down. Put our flaps all the way down. We've got some elevation to kill here. We're a little high. Throttle all the way down.
Danger zone in the brake.
There he is. I gotta get better at spotting aircraft. It's one of my weak spots, one of my weak points. Alright, now we need to double check to make sure our landing gear's down because I've landed without that before. Let's take a quick little external. Looks like we got most of them. She's got most of her teeth, Captain. She'll do. Alright. Let's go ahead and point at the numbers there. It's the big secret to landing, is pointing at the numbers. And then knowing your speeds. 141, let's just throttle up a smidge. So we cross the threshold of the runway. At like 130,
altitude.
throttle all the way down, point up at the other numbers now, the other side of the runway. And just very gently set it down. Go ahead and apply brakes, turn off my master caution. I know I took some rounds earlier. Danger zone did spawn on a carrier. You did, that's right. So yeah, danger zone. You got to be careful when landing in the F-14. So you might have to go land at the carrier because, according to the server guys, it messes with like I guess lag and stuff. Got these guys who someone was ejecting onto the runway. Silly. If I had extra time, I would.
Danger zone inbound 06, 5 mile final. Full stop.
Danger zone! Don't do it! If I had more time, I'd hop into a Huey and I'd pick these guys up to clear them from the runway. You know, instantly rescue them, basically. I don't think you get many cool points for CSAR or stuff like that, but...
Apollo inbound 3006, 10 miles out.
Social traffic Bulldog 2 taxiing to runway 06.
There's that guy taking off. Oop, I'm going all over the place. Don't want to taxi into somebody while I am taxiing to parking. That would be embarrassing. Alright. Looking around, try to keep her head up out of the cockpit. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm probably leaking all kinds of stuff. Looks like my right generator is bit the dust. Let's go ahead and perfect timing, 641. All right. Now, real quick, I can show you guys. This is how you repair the A10 without having to realign your stuff. You got to turn on your APU. Open the canopy.
Social traffic, Gino taxi 24.
Now, once your APU is all the way started,
Social traffic, Apollo 11, short final, 5 miles out. On runway 06.
Social traffic Bulldog 2 clear of active.
now you can see my right engine isn't too happy. think maybe my APU isn't too happy either. No, maybe, come on. What if we turn off the right engine? That did something. Alright, so anyways, what we're doing is we turn on the APU, and once it reaches 100, there it goes. We turn on this, turn off these, and now we can turn off both engines. We already turned off our right engine, so we're turning off our left engine. We can acknowledge the master caution. Oh, got some lag here. Come on, acknowledge the master caution. Alright, there we go. Still some funky lag. Anyways, so right now... Oh, lots of lag. Lots of lag. Oh my jeez. Oh my jeez. Oh. I don't know what happened. Okay, so, alright, there we go. So, open up our menu, maybe? Nope. Nope. Okay, well... I have no idea what happened right there. We just heard a sonic boom.
Dodge 2-1. Request rejoin.
Maybe that was because Zach landed and just took off. That was crazy. Like, was getting like one frame for like a good 30 seconds there. Okay, so anyways, APU is on, engines are off, canopy's open, talk to the ground crew, and now we can request repair. Come on. And you'll say request repair if they say copy, that means they're doing it. And then you see up here on the top right, wait 170 seconds for repair. You're golden like a Trump shower, my friends. All right. Well, on that note, hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. I will catch you guys around a little bit later tonight. I gotta spend some time with the wife. All y'all married folk know how it is. So again, thanks. Have a good one.
Traffic lining up on 2-4 for